In this week's music class, we're going to be singing My Shot from Hamilton. What? And we're going to be learning about lines and spaces on the treble clef staff. And we will be listening to some classical music from our North Carolina Symphony concert to prepare us for the virtual concert later. Maybe you have heard of the big grand musical called Hamilton. Maybe you haven't heard of it. I don't know. It's a great musical. It took Broadway by storm. It won 12 Tony Awards, and it was written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. So we are going to sing My Shot from the musical called Hamilton by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
To King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, I amaze and astonish.
The problem is I got a lot of brains but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard. With every word I drop knowledge.
I'm a diamond in the rough, a shiny piece of coal, trying to reach my goal, my power of speech unimpeachable. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame, but man, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name.
I am the A-L-E-X-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently, so there will be a revolution in this century. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Everybody sing, whoa, 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 yeah, whoa, 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 yeah. Rise up when you're living on your knees. You rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. When are these colonies gonna rise up? When you're living on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. When are these colonies gonna rise up? 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 Rise up! I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. We're gonna rise up. I'ma take a shot. We're gonna rise up. I'ma take a shot. We're gonna rise up. Rise up. It's time to take a shot. Rise up. Rise up. It's time to take a shot. Time to take a shot. Time to take a shot. And I am not throwing away my shot.
We're going to talk about lines and spaces on the staff today. First, we've got to talk about a staff. A staff is lines and spaces, and we put music on it so we know how high or low to play the music and what notes to play when we're playing the piano or the trombone or the violin or the flute, to-do, or even a recorder or ukulele. We need to know the notes, so they put them on a staff. So, a staff has 5 lines and 4 spaces. Can you think of any part of your body at all that might have 5 lines and 4 spaces? Can you think of any? What could I need something. What can I use? Should I? Oh, this. So we have 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. 5 lines, 4 spaces. We always start counting from the bottom and go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. When you're learning how to write and your kindergarten teacher says write on the lines, that means you're going to write on this part. You're going to sit on top of the lines. But music isn't like that. No! Music is different. So instead of being sitting on top of the lines, when a note is on the line, it's sitting in the middle of the line with the line going through it. And when they're sitting in a space, it's in between the lines without a line going through. So let's look at examples and see if we can identify them. We want to look to see if there is a line in the middle of the note or if the note is in between 2 lines. And the part of the note that counts is the circle part. The stem doesn't really matter if it's pointing up or down or how long it is. That doesn't really have a lot to do with the note. The circle part is important. So let's look at this first note. Is it on a line or in a space? Well, look at the circle part. Does it have a line going through the middle of it, or is it between 2 lines? If you said it has a line going through the middle of it, you're right! And that makes it a line note because the line goes through the middle. Let's look at this one. Does it have a line going through the middle? So this one is a space note because it's between 2 lines. It doesn't have a line in the middle. Let's look at this one. What is it? If you said space, you're right. It's a space note. And then this one is our last one. Is it a line note or a space note? It is a line note because it has a line going through the middle. All right, take a look at it. Do it without my help. And now you're going to want to pause the video for just a minute and get a piece of paper. It doesn't need to be anything you're going to turn in, just something to jot down 1, 2, 3, and 4 so that you can take the quiz at the end of the video or at the end of the game and get your points to stay on the leaderboard or get on the leaderboard. So we've got some people who are already have 10 points, and this is a way to get some more points and get some prizes. So this is your next screen. It's got number 1, 2, 3, and 4. You don't have to turn this in to me, but jot down 1, 2, 3, and 4 and determine if each one of these notes is a line or a space. And it will be a point for each one you get right. Usually, 5th grade gets to go on a field trip to see the North Carolina Symphony perform. This year, because of Corona Apocalypse, the concert will be virtual instead of in real life. So we're going to be looking at some videos and listening to some of the songs that you will hear in the virtual concert, so you'll be familiar with them. We're going to start with a piece that it's by a composer named Ravel. And it's a strings piece. It features the string section. And we're going to watch while members of the North Carolina Symphony show us some special string techniques on their instruments.